control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. I put the pedal down to make some time. There's something good waiting down this road. I'm picking up whatever's mine. I'm running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.
I said it and I meant it. These boots ain't tapping those brakes, and I'll stop for gas, but that's the only thing that'll get me off this interstate. And I'll run it clear to California if that's what I gotta do. Get me straight to getting over what I'm overrunning to. Girl, just as long as you don't make me turn this truck around, don't make me make this Chevy burn back to your house. So nowhere's where it gets me. I'm keeping this pedal foot heavy, and I'm finally getting somewhere now. Girl, long as your memory don't make me turn this truck around. I ain't letting no love song remind me how loving you feels, 'cause I'll be right back to all wrong if it gets me spinning this wheel. And I will. Don't make me turn this truck around, don't make me make this Chevy burn back to your house. 'Cause I know where's where it gets me. I'm keeping this pedal foot heavy, and I'm finally getting somewhere now. Girl, long as your memory Don't say no, hey, we need to talk. Don't say I'm kinda missing you. Don't want no memory lane walk. Just stay right there in my review. And if you get to thinking about me, don't even think about it, baby. Don't make me turn this truck around. Turn this truck around. Don't make me turn this truck around. Don't make me make this Chevy burn back to your house. 'Cause I know where's where it gets me. I'm keeping this pedal foot heavy, and I'm finally getting somewhere now. Girl, long as your memory. Don't make me turn this truck around. Don't make me turn this truck around. Don't make me turn this truck around. Everything's still pretty much the same round here. The neighbors still shooting all of next year's deer. Boys still lose less than playing at home. But I got better since you got gone. I'm still a few too many on a Friday night. Still try to step in when it ain't my fight. I'm still me, don't get me wrong. But I got better since you got gone. Swear it was like I'll be damned, I'm finally back to being who I am. When we were over, it was overnight. Light came on, it all felt bright. When it all went wrong, you turned me loose. Wasn't no telling who I turned into. But it turns out me and you together's why it took so long. 'Cause I got better since you got gone. For a little while there you had me convinced that my mama was the devil, now we're talking again. My friends you hated ain't said one word. Besides, you got better since you lost her. Swear it was like I'll be damned, I'm finally back to being who I am. When we were over, it was overnight. Light came on, it all felt bright. When it all went wrong, you turned me loose. Wasn't no telling who I turned into. But it turns out me and you together's why it took so long. 'Cause I got better since you got gone. Oh, baby, since you got gone. And I ain't saying you're the sleep that I lost, but I never slept this good before. I ain't saying you're the weight on my back, I'm just saying that it ain't there no more. I'll be damned, I'm finally back to being who I am. When we were over, it was overnight. Light came on, it all felt bright. When it all went wrong, you turned me loose. Wasn't no telling who I turned into. But it turns out me and you together's why it took so long. 'Cause I got better since you got gone. Yeah, baby, since you got gone. You're all alone at a party, you wanna dance with somebody, but you ain't got a clue how to ask. You and your girl had a fight, and now she's saying goodbye. She ran upstairs and packed her bags. It could be raining on your perfect vacation. be stressed about your work situation. Ain't gotta listen to me, but all I'm saying, ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Ain't no pain it can't wash away. From the moment that it hits your lips, makes those clouds look a little less gray. Oh, you could be lonely, or heartbroken, or hungover from the night before. Turn that frown into a smile real quick. There ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. You're on a lake and you're fishing. It's hot and all that you're getting is a little nibble here and there. You're sitting watching your team losing that championship ring, and you're feeling like life ain't fair. It could be raining on your perfect vacation. You could be stressed about your work situation. Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Ain't no pain it can't wash away. From the moment that it hits your lips, makes those clouds look a little less gray. Oh, you could be lonely, or heartbroken, or hungover from the night before. Turn that frown into a smile real quick. Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Vacation. You could be stressed about your work situation. Ain't gotta save it for no special occasion. Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Ain't no pain it can't wash away. No, from the moment that it hits your lips, makes those clouds look a little less gray. Oh, you could be lonely, heartbroken, or hungover from the night before. Turn that frown into a smile real quick. It might take one or it might take six. Drink it down, it'll do the trick. Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix.
Been good time drunk, enough to be bad time sober. Broke a map dot's heart when it disappeared over my shoulder. I've been headstrong, right and dead and wrong, good with God, but I dropped the ball. Spent my whole life holding on, but even when I fell off, the ride was worth the fall. The fall was worth the smiles. The smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. Miles were worth the pain. Pain was worth it all. It's all worth this life. Life is worth the ride. The ride is worth the fall. I've had some nowhere near it, and some almost was it. Left some mamas in tears and some daddies still cussing. Just what I should have done and what I could have been, even knowing now what I didn't know then. I climb back on again. The ride is worth the fall. The fall was worth the smiles. Smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. life is worth the ride. The ride is worth the fall. The ride was worth the fall. The fall was worth the smiles. The smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. Miles were worth the pain. Pain was worth it all. It's all worth this life. Life is worth the ride. The ride is worth the fall.
Hear the phone call picking up in the middle of the night. You're the patience I don't have when things ain't right. You're the, you can do it, baby, even when I don't wanna try. My mama always said, real good love just hard to find. But I found it in you. Every little thing that I was missing, baby. You love me, kinda crazy. You got to the heart of me, born the best part of me. I found it in you. The confidence to know that I can be happy. Just cause you tell me that you got me. All that I was looking for, I ain't gotta look no more. I found it in you. You. I found it in you. I found it in you. I found it in you. You can catch me all dressed up or letting all my head down. Ain't nobody love me like you love me, baby, right now. You know how to make a girl smile, yeah, boy, you do. And this girl is wild, wild about you. And baby, I'm glowing, may not always show it, but all I know is I found it in you. Every little thing that I was missing, baby. You love me, kinda crazy. You got to the heart of me, born the best part of me. I found it in you. The confidence to know that I can be happy. Just cause you tell me that you got me. All that I was looking for, I ain't gotta look no more. I found it in you. I found it in you. Every little thing I was missing, baby. You love me, you're living kinda crazy. You got to the heart of me, every part of me. I found it in you. The confidence to know that I can be happy. Just cause you tell me that you got me. All that I was looking for, I ain't gotta look no more. I found it in you. Oh, I found it in you. Just like that, boy, I found it in you. Just when I wasn't looking in the heart, but you took it home. I found it in you.
Hate to break your buckle, baby. You ain't the only John Wayne here. In the spur of the moment, some other boots could buy me a beer. If you're threatening to leave just to see if I care, I'd tell you where to go, but I think you know where. So saddle up right away. It ain't like it was love anyways. I say about that? You need all that get up to get a girl to call you baby, and all I need is what the good Lord gave me. So saddle up and ride away. It ain't like it was love anyways. I won't have no trouble rounding up the next one when this ends. I've got me more than a few cowboy friends. Yeehaw! Alright now. I know this ain't probably what you wanted me to say. I bet you were hoping I'd be begging you to stay. Don't get me wrong, I'll be watching you leave. I can't lie, I do like the rear view of those jeans. So saddle up and ride away. It ain't like it was love anyways. I won't have no trouble rounding up the next one when this ends. I've got me more than a few cowboy friends. One's been calling me for weeks and oh, here he is again. I've got me more than a few cowboy friends. Woo!
Here comes the breakup. Here comes the falling out of in love. The kind that don't come with a makeup. Yeah, we've seen it coming for a while. Boy, before you head out, there's just something I just need to get out. You ain't even gotta sit down. I'll say it all with a smile. I wish you nothing but the bluest of blue skies. All wildflowers blooming on your roadside. Every beer's a little colder than the last. Scratch the right ticket and get enough cash to get you riding up high in your dream truck with a brand new girl that your mama loves. Wish you a life full of song, no static. I wish you the best, but you've already had it. It'll probably take a couple years for you to see it all real clear. Everything standing right here is all you'll ever try to find. You might have broke my heart in two, but I still want the next best thing for you. 'Cause I wish you nothing but the bluest of blue skies. All wildflowers blooming on your roadside. Every beer's a little colder than the last. Scratch the right ticket and get enough cash to get you riding up high in your dream truck with a brand new girl that your mama loves. Wish you a life full of song, no static. I wish you the best, but you've already had it. I'll take the high road now. You take the 2-lane out. Oh yeah. I wish you nothing but the bluest of blue skies. All wildflowers blooming on your roadside. Every beer's a little colder than the last. Scratch the right ticket and get enough cash to get you riding up high in your dream truck with a brand new girl that your mama loves. Wish you a life full of song, no static. I wish you the best, but you've already had it. Tennessee. Up and down you carried me for a while, a million miles. Got me a smoky mountain high. Said the heartland's on the other side, but I guess you lied. What a wild ride. You're so hot and cold it makes me dizzy, winding back and forth like the Mississippi. You said if I left it'd be all downhill from here, but if it's all downhill, I've got the wind in my hair. Easy going, I don't really care when I get there. I've got the sun on my back. Think my wheels are growing greener grass. It's downhill from here, downhill from here. Never ever see the sky this clear. It's downhill from here. I ain't one to hold a grudge, but I ain't one to keep in touch. Yeah, I'm rolling on, happy trail so long. You're so up and down it makes me dizzy. Want me back now, I'm past the Mississippi. You said if I left it'd be all downhill from here, but if it's all downhill, I've got the wind in my hair. Easy going, I don't really care when I get there. I've got the sun on my back. Think my wheels are growing greener grass. It's downhill from here, downhill from here. Never ever see the sky this clear. It's downhill from here. I've got the world at my feet. See the road ahead, every step catching speed. I've got the sun on my back. Leave you uphill in the past. Downhill from here, downhill from here. Never ever see the sky this clear. It's downhill from here. Downhill from here. Downhill from here.
I had a first kiss, bed of a Chevy, underneath Midwest stars. I had a first time, thought it was forever, but it ended with a broken heart. There was a guy my daddy hated, and one who nearly made it. You ain't the first shot at love I've ever had, but be the last thing on my mind every night when I close my eyes. Be the last arms I fall into when the sun falls out of that sky. Gave you my heart, and for
Dougie in the middle of the 20s, somewhere between heaven and hell. Great-granddaddy was a deacon, but he struggled breaking even till he started running bottles out the Bible Belt. Some called him a sinner, only knew him for his sins. Some called him a saint because they knew where that cash went. They say you can't buy salvation, that ain't how it works. But if you ask that congregation Sunday morning in the brand new church, they say bless the man with the still in the holler, turning corn into shine, shine into dollars. Unholy water flowing like milk and honey, build that Lord's house with the devil's money. The whiskey in the cellar set him up with Rockefeller. You can judge him, but he did some good, using outlaw cash for pews and stained glass like a righteous redneck Robin Hood. They say you can't buy salvation, that ain't how it works. But if you ask that congregation Sunday morning in the brand new church, they say bless the man with the still in the holler, turning corn into shine, shine into dollars. Unholy water flowing like milk and honey, build that Lord's house with the devil's money. Jenny let his little light shine, let a little shine light the way. Is he walking on streets of gold, or was there hell to pay? You can't buy salvation, that ain't how it works. But if you ask that congregation Sunday morning in the brand new church, they say bless the man with the still in the holler, turning corn into shine, shine into dollars. Unholy water flowing like milk and honey, build that Lord's house with the devil's money. Build that Lord's house with the devil's money. You've been looking for a good time call. I ain't a number on a bathroom wall. You were never gonna fall for me, little old me. She don't even need a couple drinks to let you take her home and tangle up your sheets. It ain't like me to say talk is cheap, but honey, so is she. I bet your head over heels this time. You love the way that she blows your mind. Now I see why you leave me. She makes easy look so easy. All over town, all over you. She's good at the things good girls don't do. Knows how to wear it and her way around a bit. Bet your head over heels, 'cause she's heels over head for you. You want the vixen in a magazine, got a hidden tattoo that everybody's seen. Wouldn't take her home to mama 'cause she still loves me, little old me. From the way that she looks, you might think that you love her, but you know what they say about a book and its cover. It's up to you and not me to judge her, but y'all deserve each other. I bet your head over heels this time. You love the way that she blows your mind. Now I see why you leave me. She makes easy look so easy. All over town, all over you. She's good at the things good girls don't do. Knows how to wear it and her way around a bit. Bet your head over heels, 'cause she's heels over head for you. It ain't like me to say talk is cheap, but honey, so is she. I bet your head over heels this time. You love the way that she blows your mind. Now I see why you leave me. She makes easy look so easy. All over town, Daddy drove an F-150 and it sparkled like green candy, and my heart would jump when I saw that truck pull up in the drive. I never knew how long he'd stay, but I remember that one Saturday when he took me and Mama to the lake and we caught fireflies. And I felt safe that night with his green truck in the drive. And pretty soon he started staying away. Second turned into 7th grade. Every time I saw that modeling make, I'd check behind the wheel. Then I fell into a pretty rough crowd, the kind that blows all your speakers out. Got into trouble, Mama moved me out the end of junior year. But I still prayed at night to see his green truck in the drive. Before I turned 25, they called and said my daddy died. I guess he left me one last time and put that old Ford in my name. No, I ain't gonna fix it up, I'm gonna keep it just the way it was. Even gonna leave that dashboard dust, but one thing's gonna change someday down the line. My my babies look outside.